Good afternoon, Centerville Middle School, and welcome to the 2020 edition of the Scripps Howard National Spelling Bee. This is, as you can imagine from the date, 2020, this being still 2019, we are in a preliminary round, but we are today starting off with 20-some contestants, and we're going to be narrowing the field to 8 finalists and 3 alternates who will be going on to compete with the other best spellers in the Hempfield School District in the school-wide bee in January next year. So just a few words of procedure to our contestants before they start filing in to strut their stuff, so to speak, in our studio with WCMS. Just some explanation for our contestants. First, after I tell you what your word is, please pronounce the word, then pause to make sure that the judges and I have heard you correctly, then spell the word, and then pronounce the word one final time. You may ask for a definition of your word. You may ask to have the word used in a sentence. You may ask for its part of speech, its word origin or etymology, if you will. But you cannot change what you say. You can repeat what you say, and if you'd start spelling a word and your mind would wander, or for whatever reason you would stop, you may go back and begin again, but you may not change anything you said from the first time. Judges, they'll be ringing the bell whenever the student completes spelling a word incorrectly. And our judges today are Mrs. Bolleteri, Mrs. Wentland, and Mrs. Kramer. And our coordinator and high exalted guru par excellence of the CMS Spelling Bee, of course, is our very own Mrs. Axe. And before we begin, our best wishes and warm thank you to the crew and director, Mrs. Deemer, and her minions here in the studio of WCMS. And we all know how delightful and lovable minions are. Our speller number 1, please approach the microphone, and without further ado, we will begin. Keep score in homeroom. Our first word this afternoon is profile.
Profile. Profile. Profile.
That's correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is writers. It is a plural noun, meaning people who practice the act of literary or journalistic composition in words as a job. The word is writers.
Can I have the definition, please?
Yes, people who practice the act of literary or journalistic composition in words as a job. Writers.
Writers. W-R-I-T-E-R-S. Writers.
That's correct. The next word is dispute.
Could I have the definition, please?
Yes, the word dispute, it's a verb meaning to wrangle, to argue with persistence. Dispute.
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 Dispute. D-I-S-P-U-T-E. Dispute.
Correct. Your word is barrier.
Oh, okay. Barrier. B-A-R-R-I-E-R. Barrier.
Correct. Avoid.
May I have a definition, please?
It's a verb meaning to stay clear of, to keep away from. Avoid.
Avoid. A-V-O-I-D. Avoid.
Correct. Distance.
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 D-I-S-T-A-N-C-E.
Correct. Fiercest.
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 F-I-E-R-C-E-S-T. Fiercest.
Correct. Abated.
Can you repeat the word?
Abated.
Can I have a definition?
It's a verb meaning lessened or decreased in force. Abated.
Abated. A B A I T E D. Abated.
No, I'm sorry, there's no I. A-B-A-T-E-D. Scattering.
Can you repeat the word?
Scattering.
Okay. Scattering. S-C-A-T-E-R-I-N-G.
No, I'm sorry, two T's. S-C-A-T-T-E-R-I-N-G. Messenger.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Messenger.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Tae-Yuan didn't like being the messenger of bad news, but someone had to do it. Messenger.
Messenger. M-E-S-S-A-N-G-E-R. Messenger.
I'm sorry. No, it's M-E-S-S-E-N-G-E-R. Generation.
Generation. G-E-N-E-R-A-T-I-O-N.
Correct. This next word could be confused with a similar word. The word is trembling. It is a verb meaning quaking due to fear or another emotion. Trembling.
Trembling. T-R-E-M-B-L-I-N-G. Trembling.
Correct. Brambles.
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 B-R-A-M-B-L-E-S. Brambles.
That's correct. This next word could be confused with a similar one. The word is shingle. It's a noun meaning coarse and rounded detritus found on the seashore and which is different from regular gravel due to its large size. The word is shingle.
Shingle. Shingle. Shingle.
That's correct. And here I thought they were on the roof. The next word is legend.
Legend. Legend. Legend.
Correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is solar. It's an adjective meaning related to the sun and its effects on Earth and other planets. The word is solar.
Solar. Solar. Solar.
Correct. Our next word is differed.
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 D-I-F-F-E-R-E-D. Differed.
Correct. This next word could be confused with a similar word. The word is colonists. It's a plural noun meaning someone who settles in a new country. A plural noun, colonists.
Colonists. C-O-L-O-N-I-S-T-S. Colonists.
Correct. Assembly.
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 A-S-S-E-M-B-L-Y. Assembly.
Correct. Disinfectant.
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 D-I-S-I-N-F-E-C-T-A-N-T. Disinfectant.
Correct. Mars.
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 Mars. M-A-R-S. Mars.
Correct. Now, our listeners and viewers may wonder, but she didn't capitalize it. It's a proper noun. Shame on her. Yes, but B rules do not require that capitalization be noted by the speller, so that's not a problem at all. Good point, though. Our next word is drastic.
Drastic. D-R-A-S-T-I-C. Drastic.
Correct. This next word, well, we'll just hang on for one moment. If you are keeping score back in homeroom, you know that that is our first round. So we'll take just a moment to double check with our judges, and we'll be back in just a bit. Thank you for your attention. We're down to, the judges tell me, 19 spellers, so let's continue. Here we go, round 2. This word has a homonym. The word is rookie. It's a noun meaning a member who is new to an athletic team. Rookie.
Rookie. ROOKIE. Rookie.
That's correct. The next word is exploits.
Exploits. EXPLOITS. Exploits.
Correct. Profound.
PROFOUND. Profound.
Correct. Trombone.
Trombone. TROMBONE. Trombone.
Correct. Deters.
Can I have a definition, please?
It is a verb meaning turns aside or discourages from acting. The word is deters.
Deters. DETERS. Deters.
That's correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is audience. It's a noun meaning those present at a stage or film production or viewing of a televised program. Audience.
Audience. AUDIENCE. Audience.
Correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is staggered. It's a verb meaning swayed or tottered when standing or walking. Staggered.
STAGGERED. Staggered.
Correct. Organist.
Repeat the word, please.
Organist.
Organist. ORGANINST. Organist.
I'm sorry, there is one too many N in there. ORGANIST. This word could be confused with a similar word. The word is sundering. It's a verb meaning breaking or forcing apart. The word is sundering.
Could I have a definition, please?
Breaking or forcing apart.
Sundering. 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 Sundering.
Correct. Luggage. Luggage.
LUGGAGE. Luggage.
Correct. This next word could be confused with a similar word. The word is furrow, a verb meaning to cultivate or till, as if with a plow. Furrow.
Furrow. FURROW. Furrow.
That's correct. Memorial.
Memorial. Memorial.
That's correct. Amplify.
Amplify. AMPLIFY. Amplify.
Correct. This next word could be confused with a similar word. The word is refrain. It's a noun meaning a phrase or verse that recurs regularly, typically within a poem or song. Refrain.
Refrain. REFRAIN. Refrain.
That's correct. Mulish.
Mulish. MULISH. Mulish.
Correct. Obstacles.
Obstacles. OBSTACLES. Obstacles.
Correct. This word could be confused with a similar one. The word is deportment. It's a noun meaning behavior or conduct. Deportment.
Deportment. DEPORTMENT. Deportment.
Correct. Agricultural.
Agricultural. AGRICUTURAL. Agricultural.
I'm sorry, you missed an L in the middle there. It's AGRICULTURAL. Disturbance.
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 Disturbance. DISTURBANCE. Disturbance.
Correct. And that is the end of this round. Here goes round 3. Opportunity.
Opportunity. OPP. T-U-N-I-T-Y, opportunity.
I'm sorry, it's OPPORTUNITY. Salamanders.
Salamanders. S-A-L-A-M-A-N-D-E-R-S. Salamanders.
That's correct. This next word could be confused with a similar one. The word is amino. It's an adjective meaning relating to or containing the group NH2 united to a radical other than an acid radical. In other words, it's a chemical term. The word is amino.
Amino. A-M-I-N-O. Amino.
Correct. This next word could also be confused with a similar word. The word is exposure. It's a noun meaning a condition of being subjected to an influence or to an experience. The word is exposure.
Exposure. E-X-P-O-S-U-R-E. Exposure.
That's correct. Tabasco.
T-A-B-A-S-C-O.
Correct. With a capital T. Because of Mexico. It's a state there. Periodically.
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 P-E-R-I-O-D-O-C-A-L-L-Y.
No, I'm sorry, there's an I, not an O toward the end. It's P-E-R-I-O-D-I-C-A-L-L-Y. This next word could be confused with a similar one. The word is withers. It's a plural noun meaning the ridge on a horse that falls between the shoulder bones. Withers.
Withers. W-I-T-H-E-R-S. Withers.
That's correct. This next word has a near homonym. The word is vortices. It is a plural noun meaning tornadoes or quickly moving and spiraling columns of air. The word is vortices.
Vortices. V-O-R-T-I-C-E-S. Vortices.
Correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is haughty. It is an adjective meaning arrogant or disdainfully proud. The word is haughty.
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 H-A-U-N-T-Y. Haughty.
No, I'm sorry. H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Depot or depot.
Depot. D-E-P-O-T. Depot.
That's correct. Contaminated.
Contaminated. C-O-N-T-A-M-I-N-A-T-E-D. Contaminated.
That's correct. Proportionate or proportionate.
Proportionate. P-R-O-P-O-R-T-I-O-N-A-T-E. O P O R T I O N A T E, proportionate.
Correct. Apprentice.
Apprentice. APPRENTICE. Apprentice.
That's correct.
ACCELERATES. Accelerates.
Correct. Pamphlet.
Pamphlet. PAMPHLET. Pamphlet.
Correct. Absorptive. Absorptive.
Absorptive. ABSORPTIVE. Absorptive.
Correct. Abundance.
ABDANCE. Abundance.
That's correct. And that ends that round. Back in a moment.
Gucci Bloom, the new fragrance for her.
At NJM Insurance, we know that everyone's a little different. That's why we make sure you've got the right coverage for you, and you, and you. This isn't just insurance, it's NJM. If you're keeping score, and even if you're not, we're down to 14 spellers. You may recall that our goal today is 8 finalists to go on and 3 alternates because we're entering flu season. So 8 and 3, that's the target. A word of caution to our spellers, and that is if in the rounds from now on you should go down, don't go away, because you may not be out yet. We may need to call you back if we wind up with too few. So stay tuned, even if you go out in this round. Not that we want you to. Let's begin. Your word is therapeutic.
Therapeutic. THERAPUTIC. Therapeutic.
No, I'm sorry, there's another E in the middle. THERAPEUTIC. Our next word is senile.
Could you repeat the word?
Senile.
Could I have that used in a sentence, please?
Jordan's grandfather is now 85 years old and is becoming senile.
Senile. CENILE. Senile.
No, I'm sorry, it's SENILE. Verandas.
Verandas. VERANDAS. Verandas.
That's correct. And it can also be spelled on the end AHS. But you're absolutely correct. Aspersions.
May I have a definition, please?
Slanderous expressions. Aspersions.
ASPER. SIONS.
Correct. Misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor. MISDEAMENOR.
No, I'm sorry. It's MISDEMEANOR. And OUR is also accepted in American English, although that's a holdover from the Brits. This next word has a near homonym. The word is solace. It's a verb meaning to console. Solace. It can also be pronounced solace.
Solace. SOLACE. Solace.
That's correct. This next word could be confused with a similar word. The word is proximo. It's an adjective meaning of or taking place in the next month after the current one. Proximo.
Proximo. PROXIMO. Proximo.
Correct. Hymnal.
Hymnal. HYMNAL. Hymnal.
Correct. This next word has a homonym. The word is bindi. It's a noun meaning a piece of jewelry or a mark, such as a red spot, worn on the forehead, especially by Hindu women. The word is bindi.
Can I have all the information?
This word is from Hindi, which took it from Sanskrit or a related ancient Indic language. It is a noun. And here's an example of a sentence with it used correctly. The area between the eyebrows where the bindi is usually placed is associated in Hindu tradition with intuition and visual consciousness. The word is bindi.
Bindi. BHINDI. Bindi.
I'm sorry, no H in this one. B-I-N-D-I. In fact, the homonym is the one with the H. Derogatory.
Derogatory. D E R O G G A T O R Y. Derogatory.
I'm sorry, only one G. D-E-R-O-G-A-T-O-R-Y. Nefarious.
Nefarious. Nefarious. Nefarious.
Correct. This next word has a near homonym. The word is hokum. It's a noun meaning a device used to elicit a desired reaction from an audience. Hokum.
Could you use it in a sentence, please?
The huckster's hokum must have worked because several people in the crowd purchased a set of the knives he was touting.
Hokum. Hokum. H-O-K-U-M. Hokum.
Correct. Teflon.
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 T-E-F-L-O-N. Teflon.
Correct. And capital T because it's a registered trademark, but that's fine. You were right. Bayonet.
Bayonet. B-A-Y-O-N-E-T-T.
No, I'm sorry, only one T. B-A-Y-O-N-E-T. And that's the end of the round. We'll be back in just a bit.
What we do here is go back.
Here are our standings now. You may have noticed that in our last round of our 14 spellers, 8 survived that round, and those will be our 8 finalists going on to the district-wide B in January. But we still do, the doctor says, need 3 alternates. So the 6 spellers that were somewhat eliminated in the last round are back and will be competing for those 3 alternate spots. So let's begin. Your word is accordance.
Accordance. A-C-C-O-R-D-A-N-C-E. Accordance.
Correct. The next word is thermohaline.
Could I have that in a sentence, please?
Thermohaline circulation is an example of ocean circulation that is driven by differences in water density. Thermohaline.
Thermohaline. T-H-E-R-O-H-A-L-I-N-E. Thermohaline.
No, I'm sorry, it's T-H-E-R-M-O-H-A-L-I-N-E. Stirrups.
Stirrups. S-T-I-R-R-U-P-S. Stirrups.
Correct. Divan or divan.
Can I have the definition?
It is a type of couch that usually doesn't have arms or a back and is often meant to be used as a bed. A divan or a divan.
Can I have a word origin?
This word is from a word that passed from Persian to Turkish.
Divan. D-E-V-A-N. Divan.
No, I'm sorry, it's D-I-V-A-N. Columbia.
Columbia. C-O-L-U-M-B-I-A. Columbia.
Correct. And it is a place name, meaning the United States, and therefore a proper noun would dictate a capital C, but that's okay, as we mentioned before. This word has a homonym. The word is levees. It's a plural noun, meaning raised earth or gravel structures that are designed to prevent flooding. Levees.
Levees. L-E-V-E-I-S.
No, I'm sorry. Levees is L-E-V-E-E-S. And let's huddle with our judges and scorekeepers. This concludes this year's edition of the WCMS School-Wide Spelling Bee right here in our studio with Mrs. Deemer and her able crew. Again, thank you to all participants and especially to our English Language Arts Department that was so gracious to supply us with the best judges we could ever ask for. That's all. Tune in next time and listen on upcoming announcements for the names of our 8 finalists. Thank you for tuning in.